Davi-tech-media. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media.
Right. Thank you very much. Just a little update. I think what we experienced this morning is highly unfortunate. We are now clearly more or less in a banana republic in view of what happened at the subordinate court. The so-called rule of law is being abrogated with impunity in relation to the conduct of the UPND cadres. Today, Mr. William Banda, I want to believe my young brother Riswaniso and others, did organize UPND thugs. We can't even classify them as cadres, thugs, to come to the court purely for purposes of wanting to lynch those of us who are appearing before court. They are the ones who went to complain to the police, and we obviously were arrested and now have been presented before court, and it is expected that they allow justice to prevail, the due process of the law to be undertaken. But what is happening now is evident to, from first of all the initial attempt to get us lynched in Northwestern Province. I was picked here, taken to Solwezi, clearly under against the principle of jurisdiction, because every matter is supposed to be tried within the jurisdiction to which it is purported that maybe an offense could have been committed. Today we have Mr. Tayali, who has also been transported to Rukuru, something that is very strange in the Republic of Zambia. And if the judiciary does not rise to the occasion to save this country from this wanton and determined effort to really destroy the justice system of this country, will live to regret for many years to come. We have a Minister of Justice who's ranting each and every day, and I want to warn my brother Onabaimbe. You will end up being the worst justice minister ever that the country has had. Your looseness in terms of, or your appetite to speak to the media and trying to look intelligent, you are now undermining institutions of government and even the arm of government. In this case, today what was laughable is to have the Minister of Justice say that he has, without any sensitivity whatsoever, he has dissolved the NPA board. First of all, what is laughable about that is that the NPA board, its tenure of office ended way some time back. It is non-existent. But because of wanting just to use the media for purposes of patronage, without due diligence, you go and announce that you have dissolved the board which doesn't exist. Commenting on matters that are before court. You start talking about Bowman's case, talking about Nakachinda's case. This appetite of being contemptuous by those who are in government is really worrying. Now, we have cadres mobilized to come to court to intimidate the court, and now they are calling for a total overhaul of the judiciary. Which institution is going to be spared from the paranoia of the UPND, the paranoia of the UPND leader, the paranoia of President Nakachinda HRM? Which institution is going to be spared? Today we are being threatened that they're going to even throw a filling station at our house. The meaning of that is that they're going to make petrol bombs, which they will start using to throw at people's homes. And we have reported to the police some of the attempts by non-UPND cadres threatening our lives. Up to today, we haven't seen any action. What is happening, which is also worrying, is that going to the police to go and report is now becoming a risk, because complainants are being arrested and transported to unknown places, like it is with Tayari now to Rukuru. We don't even know what is happening. So let stakeholders, the church, civil society, if there are any, It's just that there are now NGOs who operate on a budget. They don't really push a clear agenda for the country. They are not speaking on behalf of the citizens of this country. They are speaking on behalf of their pockets. So if they are sponsored by imperialist, organization, today, because of the fact that we have agents of imperialists in government, they cannot speak because the funding will be cut off. So all these things are a sum total of the disaster that we have in the new government.
It seems that, Mr. Nakachinda, even diplomats that are accredited to Zambia feels it's comfortable, it's okay with the treatment that some of you in the opposition are facing. We haven't seen them speak against what, for lack of better term, what I would call illegal arrests that have been made. For instance, Tayali, the offense is alleged to have been committed here but reported to Lukulu. Police have confirmed that Tayali last night was transported to Lukulu. You are one of the victims whose offense was committed here in Lusaka.
It's purported to be committed here.
In Lusaka, yeah. But you were transported to...
Yeah. First of all, the Zambian people must see Mr. Nakachinda has given, certain missions or diplomats accredited to this country a bet. There is a promise for the introduction of gay rights, lesbianism. That's how come we're having flags flying around. Because Mr. Nakachinda has made a commitment in that regard, they are slow to condemn his atrocities in relation to the breach of the rule of law. So for us, because we are very clear about our position against the gayism, against lesbianism, they will not speak for us because we are considered the inimical to their agenda. Obviously, the interest in the cash cow of this country in terms of the mining sector, we have some of these, the EU, the Americans and others who have economic interests. They may not speak for now because they are pushing an agenda for their own interest. There is this proposal for African. Are you telling me that with that indication that Mr. Nakachinda and the UPND government may be amenable to that proposal, America is going to speak against this government? No, we know what has happened in time past. When it is convenient, some of these cooperating partners, some of these nations have sided with the wrong for purposes of achieving a particular agenda. Up to towards the end of the apartheid regime, America was supporting the apartheid regime. They only shifted when it was convenient. So we are not really confident that they would be able to even look at issues of human rights, look at the abuse of the police and the institutions of government, because it's convenient now. There's something that they want to get out of this whole situation. But we're appealing to the Zambian people. Hear what we are saying. Nakachinda is just one person. And I'm just basically, as it were, taking a chance and sacrificing to speak on behalf of the Zambian people. But in doing so, if we let our guard down, this country will be destroyed, and to rebuild it, it will be very difficult. Thank you very much.
Davi-tech-media. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media. Davi-tech-media. Subscribe to Davi-tech-media.